Good morning, students. Now let us continue with our 16th chapter in GK, which is sports persons. So, the pictures of sports persons are given, and you should recognize who are them. Okay, here, this picture, the man in this picture is Michael Johnson. Okay, yeah, Michael Phelps, Gary Kasparov, Ash, Asan Game Magami. Okay, GHAEM game. Okay, then Roger Federer, Jensen Button, Dendra. Okay, Dendra Doughton, Jennifer Thompson, David Hay, Gaganjeet Bhullar, Dola Banerjee, and Lance Armstrong. Okay. Next, 17th chapter from the pages of history. Now, see, some options will be given. You should mark the correct answer. Okay. Prithviraj Chauhan or Rana Pratip had a horse named Chetak. Who had Rana Pratip had a horse named Chetak. Pushyamitra or Sanghamitra, the daughter of Ashoka, helped to spread Buddhism in Sri Lanka. It was Sanghamitra, daughter of Ashoka, okay, who helped to spread Buddhism in Sri Lanka. Harihara and Bukka founded Rashtrakuta or Vinayanagar dynasty, means the answer is Vinayanagar. Arjumand Banu Begum is known to history as Mumtaz Mahal or Chand Bibi. It is Mumtaz Mahal. Okay. Rani Lakshmibai's real name was Madhulika or Manikarnika. It was Manikarnika. Jahanara Begum or Razia Sultan ruled Delhi dressed like a man. It was Razia Sultan. Okay. Mahavira's real name as a prince of Vaishali was Vardhamana or Rajyavardhana. It was Vardhamana. We knew from the coins of Harshavardhana or Samudragupta that he was a Veena player. It was Samudragupta. Okay. The kings of Bindusara and Mahendra were related because they were respectively Ashoka's brother and cousin or father and son. It was father and son. Noor Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal were cousins or aunt and niece, means aunt and niece. Gautam Buddha belonged to this clan, so he was also called Kushani Muni or Sakya Muni. It was Sakya Muni. Chandragupta Maurya or Ashoka referred to himself in edicts Devanampiya Piyadasi. Okay, it was Ashoka. Now let us see some old names and new names. So according to the British rule, the states were named differently, and after independence we renamed it. Okay. So some of these are given below. Central provinces, that is today's Madhya Pradesh, were called as central provinces. Jalandhar was called as Julundar, and Mumbai was called as Bombay. Vadodara was called as Baroda, and Uttar Pradesh was called as United Provinces. Pune was called as Pune. Panaji was called as Panjim. Kolkata was called as Calcutta. Paschim Banga was called as West Bengal. And Chennai was called as Madras. Odisha was called as Orissa, and Vishakhapatnam was called as Visakhapatnam. Varanasi was called as Benares. Kanpur was called as Kanpur. Kozhikode was called as Calicut. Okay. Now let us see some information about tribes of India. Identify the tribe and write its name is given. First of all, let us read this. India is home to large number of indigenous people who are still untouched by the lifestyle of the modern world. With more than 84.4 million, India has the largest population of tribal people of the world. All these tribal people have their own culture, tradition, language, and lifestyle. So, this word untouched is already ridiculous because see, every human has right to live in this world, right? So, we should not just in the name of their caste, tradition, culture, we should not keep a distance between us and them. They are also human beings like us. They also have the rights to live in this world. So, untouched, this word itself is not good at all, because this was the uh, to abolish this word was the only destination of B.R. Ambedkar, who was the father of our constitution, because he came from that. That is pain only. He grown up in that pain only. He was told untouchable, and he thought, why we can't change this world? Okay, so he's a best example of a person can also change a world. But today also there are some tribes which we categorized into untouchable, which is very very strictly prohibited by the constitution. Okay, so we should not criticize any people by their name, caste, or culture, tradition, like that. Okay, so unity is very very important in our country, because India is also called as unity in diversity. We have diverse culture, diverse tradition, diverse languages. See, you have hundreds and hundreds of languages, different languages in India, different cultures. Okay, so no one is smaller or no one is greater. Okay, with no caste is higher or lower, like that you should not consider. Okay, all are same by the law. Okay, so some of the tribal groups are given below, and we'll see what are the names given for the tribal group. Okay, this is a Negrito inhabitant in the Andaman group of islands. Also, you should know, in Andaman and Nicobar only, the population of tribals percentage is very 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 high. Okay, so they wear narrow belts or girdles of hibiscus flower. They have broad face with heavy body. The languages spoken by them are Jenu, Khora, and Andamani Hindi. Okay, so when you visit Andaman, you can see English as well as Hindi also will be given more that is more preference there. Hindi will be also given more preference. So see, you can see this word Andamani Hindi. Okay, they'll use Hindi also. Great Andamanis. The tribal group's name is Great Andamanis. It forms a large part of population in Meghalaya. It also founded in Assam, Manipur, etc. The property in this tribe is passed on from the mother to the youngest daughter. This music plays an important role in its life. Khasis. These tribal groups are called as Khasis. Then, it is the third largest tribe in India. They belong to the pre-Aryan period and have been great fighters. They are mostly found in the states of Bihar, Odisha, West Bengal, Jharkhand, and Assam. These tribes speak Santhali. Okay, dance is an important part of their fairs and festivals. So they are called as Santals. Okay, see, these tribal people were also living in the age of pre-Aryan period. That is, we say Aryan, Dravid, like that we'll say. So pre-Aryan means before Aryan period started, they already lived in tribe groups, and they are called as Santals. So dance is very important part of their life, and music is very important part of castes. In fourth one, they belong to the extreme northeastern part of the country in the state of Nagaland. Extreme east, northeastern part. Okay, in Nagaland. Tenedi is the most common language spoken by them. Christianity is their major religion. They have quite popular for their woodcraft and artwork. Sekrenyi is their main festival, and they are called as Angamis. Okay. Then it is the tribal community from the Southeast Asia. They have curly hair. Christianity is a main religion followed by the tribe. This is mostly found in Jharkhand. It is also has its own religion known as Sarna. These people are called as Mundas. Okay. Then sixth one. They are popularly known as the bowmen of Rajasthan. They are the most widely distributed tribal groups in India. They belong to the race of 9 pre-Aryans. They found 39% of Rajasthan's population. The Bhaneshwar fair is their main festival. They are called as BHIS. BHIS. Okay. So see, in the total, if there is 100% of total population Rajasthan, 39% are occupied by this tribal group called BIS. Okay. Now let us see some information about beautiful beaches. So there are beautiful beaches, that is very famous beaches in India. So five of them are given below. Okay, see first one, see here. Kalangut beach of Goa is known as the queen of beaches. Private beaches and water sports are its best attractions. Okay, then now it's quiz time. So it is the longest beach with 20 kilometer of virgin white sands that are fringed with palms and drenched with the sun. It has a reputation as one of Goa's most romantic beaches. It is called Kolwa Beach. Okay. Then second one, it is one of the most famous beaches in Mumbai. It is famous for its Mumbai street food, notably bhel puri, pani puri, chaat and pav bhaji. During the summer vacations, children often go and play games such as cricket, football, volleyball at this beach. This is Juhu Beach. Third one, it is probably one of the finest unspoilt beaches in India on the coastline of Tamil Nadu. While at the beach you may sunbath, relax and unwind or simply lay around. This is called Mahabalipuram beach. Then fourth one, it is the most beautiful beach of Havelock Island in Mandaman. It is known to be one of the best places of nature lovers as it offers a wide range of flora and fauna. In addition, tourists can enjoy activities like snorkeling, kayaking, scuba diving and swimming. This is Radhanagar beach. Okay, this is in Andaman. Okay, it will be really very beautiful because not only I am not saying that it is given under beautiful beaches so it is beautiful. No, I went there. It is really awesome. You can enjoy very much. Fifth one, it is one of the most charming beaches of the world with coconut groves, natural harbors, lagoons, and sheltered covers. All of its peaceful as the rest of the land, washed by the pleasant tropical sun, and as pristine as ever. It is located in Kerala, which is called Kovadam Beach. Okay. Next, let us see some information about great freedom fighters. Not only these six people, we had thousands of great leaders, great fighters who always fought for the freedom of India. So, main six have been given down. Okay, the first one. He was well known for his fiery speeches. Fiery means attackable. That is, his words will represent his feeling. Okay, that is, we want freedom. Get British, get away, like that. Whatever he says, it will be very fierceful. That is very attacking. Okay, then he gave the country the slogan Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. Swaraj means, the word Swaraj is Hindi word. Okay, it means Swa means ourself, myself, we can say. Raj means we, that is rule. So the word means we will rule our country. Okay, Swaraj. Okay, the word means we will rule our country. He was known as the father of Indian unrest because always he takes parts in many of the strike and he'll always strive for the freedom of India. Okay, he was called as Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Okay, BALGANGADHAR TILAK. Okay. Second one, he was a member of the Hindustan Republican Association and an important member of the group that was involved in Kakori train dacoity. He was called as Ram Prasad Bismil, RAMPRASAD BISMIL. Okay, then his name is a symbol of fearlessness and courage of 2 millions of Indians. He was Jatin Banerjee, JATINBANERJEE. Then he was an important member of Hindustan Republic Association. He, along with his associates, executed the train dacoity at Kakori and was subsequently hanged by the British. He was called as Ashfaqulla Khan, Ashfaqullakhan. Then he was one of those young revolutionaries and freedom fighters whose deeds of bravery and sacrifice have become the subject of many folklore. Okay. At the age of 19, he became martyr with Vande Mataram on his lips. He was called as Khudiram Bose, Khudirambose. Then he worked together with two other martyrs to avenge the death of Lala Lajpat Rai. Okay. Then, betrayed by a friend, he died fighting along against a large police contingent that had come to arrest him. He was Chandrasekhar Azad. ChandRaShekharazad.